did a 22-day water fasting in 2022. A couple of years ago, recording this in 2024. I just wanted to share my journey, my experience. Particularly, I want to share 4 things. What I did during the fasting, how I felt, was it hard, and my suggestions for any of you who want to attempt long water fasting. My name is Kasey Shah. My slogan is lifelong learner and a passionate teacher. I hope to provide you some value in this video for your time investment. Thank you. Now, I have fasted all my life. I have fasted for half a day, 1 meal a day. When I was very young, to a fast, 1 full day fast, water fast, then break, and then 2-day fast, then a break, and a 3-day fast, then 8-day fast, then a 16-day fast, 18-day fast. Maximum I have gone is up to 22 days of fasting so far. So let me share some of it, what I did during my, particularly this 22-day fasting. First and foremost, very important for me to keep the routine. I like to do the same thing, whether I'm fasting for a long period of time or not fasting at all. Same routine is important for me. Some people, I heard a lot of them, when they do multi-day fasting, they would like to just rest, save energy. That just doesn't work for me. I like to keep my routine. That's important to me. In fact, I even golfed 4 times during my 22-day fasting. I generally golf once a week. I kept that going over that 22-day period of time. I presented to a very large group of folks. In fact, on the 22nd day, I was talking for 2.5, 3 hours straight during this presentation while doing my job. So I kept my routine. I didn't make any significant changes to it. So that's what I did. How I felt about or during the fasting. Overall, I felt really good. Otherwise, I wouldn't continue. So my advice to you, if you don't feel good, don't continue. But I felt really good. In fact, I feel meditative. I've done a separate video on that, why I say that I feel meditative when I do this long-term water fasting. But I do. It is calming for me and my soul. I love it. I also feel mentally sharp. And again, I have another video just on that topic, why I feel a rush of energy when I'm fasting. And that's what I experienced as well in this long 22-day water fasting. And of course, I lost a lot of weight. 22-day fasting, I lost approximately 18, 20 pounds of weight in those 22 days. The second area I want to discuss is, or share with you, is, was it hard? Long-term fasting, like 22 days, it can be hard. Initial days are always much harder than later on days. It's always day 1 for me is hard because I have to change my routine. I'm used to this morning coffee that I brew and generally drink black coffee in the morning. When I am not fasting, I do drink. But when I'm fasting, I do this mental locking, another video on that as well. So I'm okay with it. But that changing of habit, routine things, you're sitting with family and co-workers during lunch, those things you'll get out of it on the first day or 2. So that's a little hard. The new routine then gets set up after day 3 for me, especially for multi-day water fasting. And now this is my new routine, and I feel comfortable with it. I also find new energy when I'm fasting. I feel so much energized when I'm fasting, especially after day 3. I feel meditative, no waste of energy. A lot of energy is now rerouted to my brain. There's another video on that as well. So I feel extremely energetic about doing things. Sometimes I do hard things during that time. There's a lot of deep thinking work. I save it when I'm fasting. So it worked for me during this 22-day fasting as well. Overall, it wasn't very hard for me because I'm used to it. What are some of my suggestions for those who want to do multi-day water fasting? I would say that multi-day water fasting, while it seems hard, it is a lot more of a mind game. In fact, I have a video on that. I just say it's 100% mind control, 0% physical control. It's about getting out of this routine. That's the hardest part. But if you can control your mind, then it is easy to do. You will feel amazing. My suggestion is that if you go past your initial, what it looks like your limit, if you go break that, you're going to start enjoying this. There are some videos on YouTube, you can search on it as well. They talk about like these toxins that we have in the body. When you do longer term water fast, they all come out. So you feel uncomfortable, but it's a good thing on a longer run. So You will feel amazing. There are a lot of health benefits of fasting. If you search on autophagy, look at videos and read some scientific papers, you will see how old non-functional body cells are removed during long-term fasting, which is very helpful. You look younger, you look sharper, there's more energy. All those benefits come with it. Type 2 diabetes control, insulin resistance go away, things like that. There are many health benefits. And all the religions have incorporated fasting for a reason. For thousands of years, they did not have science experiments lab, but they knew that it works. Every festival, every religion has a festival for eating, which is always followed by fasting for some days or some sort of fasting because it's necessary. You will have a lot of health benefits. You can do it. If you want, you can do it. It's just like going to a gym. If you are not used to it, you go in for a day or two, you get burnt out, you feel like you're pushing yourself, you can't push any further. But if you do, nothing happens. You will get stronger. As Kelly Clarkson had said, what doesn't kill you make you stronger, remember? And of course, follow your instincts. Don't just do it because I say so, or maybe it will be fine. Maybe it won't be. Do it at your own risk and at your own analysis. But my experience is it's generally fine. I feel really good after long-term water fasting. In conclusion, I would say that this was my longest fasting experiment, 22 days straight. Initially, I started with 8 days in mind, but I felt so good. In fact, I was going to eat on the night. They were like, I don't feel like eating. So I kept going 9, 10, 11, 12, all the way to 22 days. And then I broke the fast. I felt amazing. I lost, as I mentioned, about 18 or so pounds during that process. I also felt good about self-control. When you do fasting, you feel good about yourself that, yes, you can go on without food for such long. It's like a self-control. It's a proof that you can control yourself. And that makes me feel good. That makes most people feel really good. So that's my experience with 22 days of water fasting. Kasey Shah, thank you very much for your time. Bye now.